Yo guys, what's up? Today we are actually going to be doing different bridging techniques ranking. So so let's get into the video. So I'm going to be going through one of the worst techniques and then to the best ones. Also, just to let you know guys, I'm going to make this very clear that this ranking is not about how fast the bridging technique is. It's actually the efficiency of it and how worth it is actually learning it. So let's get into it. So first one, we're going to be doing Andromeda bridging. Well, everyone thinks it's really cool because it's like it's fast and it looks cool, but in reality it's actually really bad because it's basically impossible to do perfectly or even anywhere near the speed of it. And yeah, that's why I'm ranking it F tier, because and also another disadvantage is that when you're bridging with this, you're using double the blocks because you have to place one on top. So it's like, it's really inefficient as well. Oh well, anyway, next bridging technique, dirt bridging. Okay, so that is, I would say, slightly better than Andromeda because well, it's more efficient at least, but it's still really bad because it's really difficult to actually learn because you have to actually just sprint, jump, and sorry, not jump, sprint, and it's like you have to, every time you sprint a block, you have to place one behind you and sprint, place one behind you, and you have to do it so fast and it's very inconsistent, which is why I'm also rating this bridging technique F tier. So we're done with the F tier now, and now we're gonna go to the C tier. So Breezily bridge. I'm ranking this C tier. The reason is, it's okay. Honestly, it's not good. It's not bad. It's like normal. Like it's okay. Honestly, it's a nice bridge. You just need to learn. It looks cool. It's quite easy to actually learn, but it's not quick enough. It's quite actually slow compared to the bridging techniques. It's probably the slowest one out of all of them, depending if you do the ninja bridge quickly or slow. But anyways, next bridging technique is Breezily bridge. This is actually a lot better than the Breezy bridge because it's slightly faster, and also it's actually a lot easier to learn because you're going sideways, so you're kind of your block placements, they're easier. Honestly, I don't know how it works, but it just is. I can bridge both Breezily and Breezily, and I find Breezily easier. So yeah, that's why I'm rating it B, because it's decent. Honestly, it is decent though. It's not the best, it's not bad, so it's pretty much in the middle. But yeah. Anyway, next bridging technique, double Breezily bridging. This is actually quite a cool bridging technique. It's like you place two blocks and then you kind of do, it's basically Breezily, but you actually strafe every two blocks, which is a lot faster, and it's probably about the same speed as moonwalking. But yeah, anyway, I'm ranking this B tier. Why? Because I don't really see, it's not very popular. It's quite actually tricky to do. It takes quite a lot of practice to learn this, and honestly, moonwalking is a lot easier, 10 times easier to learn. But yeah, anyway, okay, next bridging technique, moonwalking. So moonwalking, I'm rating this A tier. Why? Because it's actually very, very useful. I use it sometimes. It's good because it's it's not that difficult to learn. Honestly, I can actually time click moonwalk. Like my best was like 10 blocks or something, so it's actually not too difficult to learn, honestly. So yeah, it's also quite nice. It looks cool, and also another big advantage of it over like God bridge or kind of that is like you don't have to actually jump. It's almost the same speed as God bridge, but you don't even have to jump, which is awesome because sometimes you don't want to jump, right? Yeah, and also you can also very, very easily like set it up. Like, for example, you know when you God bridge, you have to line yourself up at the top of the block. Well, moonwalking, you actually don't. You can line yourself up anywhere on the top of the line, and you can just moonwalk. And even if your cursor's like off, you can just still like, correct it with the D key. But yeah, anyway, next bridging technique, Tele Bridge. Tele Bridge is actually amazing. Honestly, it's a really good bridging technique. Why? Because it's incredibly fast. Like, it's probably the second fastest bridging technique That's actually legit, which is quite cool because, I mean, it's really fast, honestly. Um, I can Tele Bridge. I mean, not well. I've only actually got one full Telly on MC Play HD, but I do know how difficult it is and how quick it is actually. So, honestly, I rank this A tier. Honestly, it's great. Honestly, it's awesome. The only reason why it's stopping it from ranking it S tier is because because S tier is like the best ones, and Tele Bridge is not the best because it's not the best bridge technique, and also it's extremely hard to learn. Honestly, it's like I'd say about 5 times harder than God Bridge. God Bridge is like incredibly easy compared to Tele Bridge. So yeah, that's why I rank it A tier. Next bridging technique, Ninja Bridge. Okay, this is an interesting one because you can actually change the speed of the way you're going. You can go slow, and you can also go fast. So honestly, it's really depends. This can actually be an F tier if you bridge really slow. If you bridge like really slow, like 2 blocks per second, this is probably F tier, guys, honestly. So yeah, but if you can bridge actual good ninja bridge, like average or even like schneller bridge, which is like basically the fastest possible speed with ninja bridging, like shifting the quicker and the less times maybe, is obviously going to make it S tier. It's just too good. It's really good. It's just honestly amazing. So yeah. Oh well. Next bridging technique, God Bridge. This one is actually very interesting because it's actually really quick. It's probably the 3rd fastest bridging technique that's legit, and it is amazing speed. The only thing is wrong about it. Well, not wrong about it, but a disadvantage. It's not even a disadvantage, to be honest. It's actually kind of a disadvantage. Well, it's actually when you're basically forced to jump, unless you sidewalk, which is basically shift instead of actually jump. But yeah, sometimes you don't want to jump because what if you're already pretty high? Like if you're like bridged a bit high just to like embed walls, like to over the bed, and then you need to God Bridge a bit. Like you're gonna have to jump, and then you're gonna get even stuff higher, so you're gonna have to take more fall damage, which is not the best thing to be honest. But yeah, overall, it's definitely an S tier. It's really quick, and also it's very consistent. Honestly, you could just go. Like my record's 168 blocks. That's a long, like, distance. Honestly, yeah. Next and the final bridging technique is speed telly. Honestly, speed telly, the best. I would probably say it's the best S tier. Why? You might ask why. Because, first of all, it's the fastest bridging technique. I mean, who wouldn't want to learn the fastest bridging technique? So you know that, oh, like I can do the fastest bridging technique. That's so cool because you can probably get a world record if you basically do it perfectly. Well, another reason, this is not just the reason why it's quick, another reason why it's so good is that if you're playing like Bed Wars or Sky Wars, well, it's not very recommended in Sky Wars obviously because it's not the most consistent bridging technique, but yeah, if you're doing it in Bed Wars and you actually like pretty much almost mastered it, then you'll probably be able to get the bed in less than 5 seconds if you speed tell. Like it'll take you about 5 seconds to like wait for like maybe 48 blocks or a stack of blocks, then another 5 seconds just basically speed telly, and you'll get there in probably 5 seconds, maybe 6, 7, but depending how much distance you have to. But if there's only like 30 blocks, you can probably do it in 4 seconds. If there's like 50 blocks, you'll probably have to do it in about 8 seconds. But yeah, it's really quick. That's what makes it super OP in basically Bed Wars and on bridging servers. Like, I mean, you don't really see anybody speed tele bridging. Like usually when I go on MC Play HD, I don't really see many speed tele bridges or even tele bridges. So it's quite crazy, guys. Oh well. Anyway, this is it for today's video. And honestly, if you enjoyed it, like please like and subscribe because this is actually a fun video, I think, and it probably will help with you. So if you are deciding what bridge technique to learn, well, I'm sure most of you probably already know how to ninja bridge because it's quite an easy method to bridge. It's not difficult. It's not like speed tele bridge where you just have to take about, I don't know, 10 hours of learning. But yeah, it's just simple. It's easy, and yeah, and A tier, you can learn tele bridge and moonwalking. They're also really good. B tier, decent. Breezily and Breezily, double Breezily bridging, they are okay. They're not bad, but they're not like the best. So they're like kind of not recommended, because if you don't know any bridging techniques except like ninja, probably stick with ninja. But if you do want to learn any bridging technique after that, I would honestly suggest maybe going for Breezily, because I mean, I know it's not good, but the whole point of going Breezily is then you kind of practice the timing, and it's kind of, because Breezily and Garbage are actually quite similar, as in, so they don't really have similar bits, but they are quite similar, as in, if you learn Breezily, then you have a high chance of mastering Garbage, and yeah, because I learned, I'll tell you my story. I learned Breezily bridging, and then I kind of learned Moonwalking, and then Garbage, and then all the other ones like Witcherly, and then slowly double bridging, and then Tele bridging, and then I'm kind of planning to learn speed Telly soon, but I don't think that'll happen. But yeah, anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, then yeah, please like and subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.